Hello, Sweet Tooth here. I hope your day is going well. Akana Matata! Welcome back and let's play some Danganronpa. Trigger Happy Havoc. Let's do it. And hope it's recording. Because that bug is still there. Gotta go into investigation. Yes. Show me your moves. First, I'd better check that Monokuma file. The victims were Hifumi Miyamada and Kiyotaka Ishimaru. The cause of death for each was a blow to the head. It is thought that they were both killed with a similar weapon. That's it? Yeah, it's pretty strange. We got way less information than than before. That is no problem. After all, the events of this case unfolded before our very eyes. We should know more about what happened than the Monokuma file could anyway. Maybe. There's something else that's bothering me. Someone else has been missing for quite a while. Are you talking about Kyoko? Without a doubt, she has an alibi for when Celeste and Hifumi were attacked. But what if the killer wasn't acting alone? What if they had an accomplice? Dun dun dun. An accomplice? An accomplice? What are you doing here? Don't be rude. I'm here to answer your question. What question? You're talking about accomplices, right? I'm pretty sure I explained it before, didn't I? During the first class trial? Only the one who does the killing will get to graduate. So basically, you can be an accomplice if you want, but there's no gratification in it. So are you saying nobody worked together this time either? Sorry, can't answer that. It would obstruct the free exchange of information between you guys. I just want to make sure you don't forget. No matter how much you might assist in a murder, only one blackened can graduate. An accomplice gets nothing. Then we only need to figure out who that one blackened is that did the killing, right? Just like normal. Okay, let me take this opportunity to clarify the whole shebang. In this class trial, what you need to determine is the one true blackened who devised the murder and plot and put it into action. The true blackened? So just one person? That's enough for explaining. Now it's time to the final battle between all of you. And the blackened. Good luck to all the contestants. So there can only be one blackened. An accomplice wouldn't benefit. And I can't see any way Kyoko would be connected to this case after all. You may be right. If that's true, then Kyoko, where are you? As long as she's not connected to the case, it doesn't matter. Let's get back to the investigation. I have absolutely no doubt that Hiro is responsible. But for the time being, I suppose it can't hurt to pursue further information. You know, don't you think we should consider a certain someone a suspect just in case? I'm talking about the murderous fiend, Genocide Jack. I'm offended. When did you? I've been looking all over for you, Master. When I woke up, you were nowhere to be found. Anyway, you there, milk sack swimmer girl. Milk sack? Why do I gotta be a suspect? Well, I mean, you are a serial killer, you bitch. Bad language. Sorry. So what? I'm like a special guest suspect every time? I have an alibi, you know. My scissors. My sisters are my alibi. She's right about that. When we heard Hifumi scream, she was with me. When the bodies disappeared, she was still lying unconscious in the equipment room. Plus Taka's body aside, I can't imagine any way she would have been able to move Hifumi's body. Besides, I calculate every move I make. I'm not going to kill someone when everyone knows what I look like. They don't call me the murderous fiend for nothing. That's not the kind of thing you should be bragging about. On another topic, should we post a guard by the bodies like before? Can't have them disappearing again. You and I can handle that. You don't mind, do you, Hina? Sure, I'd be totally useless on the investigation anyways. Anybody got any donuts? Then that's that. Let's begin. And here's the donut. This whole thing is so strange. All but one of us have an alibi, so figuring out who did it should be obvious, right? But maybe it's just me, but I don't think it's going to be as straightforward as it seems. Onagama file number 3 has been added to a truthful section of your handbook. Anyways, let's investigate. Man, poor Taka. Taka, he'll never move again. According to the Monokuma file, Taka died from a blow to the head. We found Justice Hammer and 4 near his body in the equipment room. Is that what was used to kill him? And there's a tarp laid out under his body. Did the killer use this to move Taka's body? That way there wouldn't be any blood left behind while the body was moved. Blue tarp. Hifumi's big cold body is laying on the floor. His really big body. I mean, how on earth was a killer able to move someone so big? From the nurse's office where he was discovered to here, the repository. All the way from the first floor to the 3rd. And all without anyone noticing it. How the hell? It's no good, I just don't get it. Can't think about it later. I can think about it later. For now I have to finish investigating Hifumi himself. If I remember correctly, Hifumi's fatal injury was also a blow to the head. Probably from Justice Hammer 3, which was laying on the floor in the nurse's office. Huh? Wait. Something's off about his body. Why am I getting this feeling? Something's different. Something about Hifumi's body in the nurse's office versus his body right now. That's it, his glasses. When his body was in the nurse's office, his glasses were covered with blood. But now they're completely clean. Does that mean someone wiped his glasses off? So who would do that, and why? Very strange. Very strange. There are hammers of all different sizes hanging on the wall, though some of them are more like mallets. Mallets? Could the Justice Hammers have been disguised using these as a model? Either way, all the hammers here have obviously seen a lot of use. They're all covered in debris and chalky stone powder. Wait. For some reason, this one hammer isn't dirty at all. And it's wet. Did someone wash it recently? Huh. Hey, Makoto, I've been thinking about something. You wanna go on a date? With donuts? In fact, forget you. I'm going on a date with donuts. Do not bother us. Never mind. It's about the repository. Huh? What is it? After Hifumi and Taka's bodies disappeared, we split up to look around, right? I was really scared, so me and Sakura stuck together. And we came right to the repository to, look around. But when we got here, the repository was locked. Couldn't get inside. Yeah, I remember that. And we came here as soon as the search started, so there's no way someone could have beat us here. So if that's true, then who locked it and why is it unlocked now? I wonder the same thing. The door was locked when the search for the bodies began, but now it's wide open. Maybe some secret lurking in there. But I'll probably have to leave this area to figure it out. There are many aspects to the incident this time. Too many, to be honest. Considering that, it may be good to look back on everything that's happened. Would you like my help? Yes. Yeah, let's look back on things. This morning, only 4 of us met up at the dining hall. Hina, Kyoko, you, and myself. We waited for the others, but nobody showed up, so we decided to go look for them. It was around 8 o'clock when we began our search. And soon after we split up, Kyoko disappeared. After that, Hina found Celeste in the rec room on the 3rd floor, then quickly came and got you and me. According to Celeste, she was attacked by a suspicious individual and lay unconscious for about an hour. In other words, she was attacked an hour before we found her, meaning just after 7 o'clock. Based on the picture Celeste took, we discovered her attacker was dressed in a strange costume. It was Robo Justice, delivering justice to the fat man. It also became clear that this Robo Justice had dragged Hifumi away to deliver justice. After meeting up with Toko and Byakuya, we began searching for the costumed assailant. We found an injured Hifumi in the library on the 2nd floor. We took him down to the nurse's office on the 1st floor and then resumed our search. But not long after leaving the nurse's office, Celeste gave us this weird look. What's wrong? Yeah, I remember. I was there. Based on Celeste's claims, we went back to the 2nd floor where we split up and began searching. So right after that, Celeste screamed. This time... Dang it. This time she had been apparently seen the suspect on the 3rd floor. Hearing her screams, we quickly made our way to the 3rd floor. I remember I was there. I was there. I remember I was there. No need for a flashback. And then, I was there too. I don't need a flashback. I know, I was there. At that point, we decided to split into 2 groups. Celestina and I went back to the nurse's office. Meanwhile, you, Byakuya, and Toko pursued the suspect on the 3rd floor. And when we got back to the nurse's office, here we go with another flashback I do not need. I left Celeste and Hina alone and headed back to the 3rd floor to tell the others what had happened.
Solid.
Did you just say solid? And that's when I showed up and told you and Byakuya that Hifumi had been killed, right? Then you, me, and Byakuya all headed back to the nurse's office for cold drinks, leaving behind Toko, who had fainted. But as soon as we left the physics lab, we ran into Celeste, who had just arrived to tell us something very unusual. I'm on my period. Never mind. We hurried back to the nurse's office to discover that this corpse was in fact gone. Then we remembered we had abandoned the unconscious Toko and rushed back to the equipment room. I'm on my period too. What? You're a girl! This time Toko's body had disappeared. So from there we began our search for both of the missing bodies. After some time, Celeste told us she'd found the bodies. We all headed to the repository for some cold drinks. And then we rediscovered the 2 bodies had apparently just vanished. That brings us up to now.
Solid.
Looking back, things have certainly been very active. If you want to look back at that case again, just let me know. I'm not buying anytime. Anytime. It's a dolly, it doesn't have a handle. Saw this in the art room before. I guess it's used to move statues around. It's kind of awkward, but if you bend down, it's not too hard to use. Oh, but wait. Wasn't this in the equipment room when we found Taka's body? Look at the wheel. There's a blood stain on it. Whoa! So there's blood on the wheel on the dolly that was moved from the equipment room to the repository. What's the explanation for that? I don't know, man. I think someone killed the dolly. Byakuya, this is your fault. I blame you. Him! He's the blackened! Byakuya, do you think Hiro really did it? I don't see how anyone could think otherwise. When the attacks and murders and disappearances all happened, every one of us had an alibi. And the last thing Hifumi said when he died, yeah, he said Hiro's name. Then there's no room to suspect anyone else. Okay, but if he did do it, why would he hide his identity with that weird costume? Maybe he thought that no matter what happened, he'd be safe as long as his face was covered. Because he's the fool of the century, you see? I mean, he is kind of dumb. Do you really think that's enough to explain it? I feel like there's a clue hiding in there somewhere. And is that it? That's all that bothers you about the case? No, you bother me about this case too. You bother me about everything. I'm bothered by you just being here. Well, no, there are a few other things, like you. Like, why did the killer try to hide the bodies? They probably figured that if we couldn't find the bodies, we couldn't complete our investigation. But if that's the case, we found the bodies pretty easily, didn't we? Yeah, we're like expert investigators. We should be hired or something. Get paid for this. Again, it comes back to the fact that the culprit was a moron. Don't call the culprit a moron. He killed 2 people. That's pretty amazing. He killed 2 people within the same hour. Is that really all there is to it? The other thing that bothers me is, why did they bother killing 2 people? Why not 3 or 4 or 5 or 6? What? Because all the rule says is if you can kill someone and get away with it, you graduate, right? So if you're the killer, your #1 priority is not getting caught. But killing 2 people means more clues, more chances you get found out. Hold on, perhaps. I see, so that's what that means. Is everything okay? Don't talk to me as if we're friends. I know, you're the enemy. What's with the attitude? But you have my appreciation. Thanks to you, I might have some fun with this after all. His mysterious words hung in the air as he left the repository. Good riddance! Go away. Talk as if he'd figure something out. Who cares? But if he did, would it have killed him to tell me what it was? Doesn't matter. He's a douche. There's definitely a lock on the door, but it can only be locked from inside the repository. I don't see any way to lock it from in the art room. Really? So the door can only be locked from the inside of the repository, which makes me wonder. Hina and Sakura confirmed that the door was locked after we started looking for the missing bodies. And the door is designed so that it can only be locked from inside the repository. In other words, someone was in the repository. And Hina checked if someone had already gone in the repository and locked the door. When they were done, they unlocked it and left, which is why it's unlocked now, but Hina claims that there's no way someone could have beaten them to the repository. So that certain someone... Gotta be a clue around here somewhere. Maybe I should check elsewhere. There's some places I already know about. First the nurse's office where Hifumi was found, then the equipment room where Taka was found. Yeah. What about these lockers? Nothing? Okay. What about the rec room? I want to check that out real quick. Bum, 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 ba-dum. Well, She really attacked with this Justice Hammer's one? But what the heck is with this thing? I don't know, man. Alright, I just wanted to take a look around real quick. So, this way. Got it. There's some kind of tire mark going through the pool of blood in the middle of the room. That reminds me about the dolly in the repository. There's blood on its tire. Could that blood have come from this? Apparently. Which could mean that Taka's body was moved from the equipment room to the repository using the dolly. Both rooms are on the 3rd floor, so that should definitely have been possible. Perfect. But even if the dolly was to be used to move Taka's body, what about Ifumi? His body was in the nurse's office on the 1st floor. Even with a dolly, there's no way to get it up to the 3rd floor. That's still a total mystery. This tarp. I feel like I've seen it somewhere before. Just recently, too. It's almost like it was under Taka. I was sleeping right here when the killer carried the body away. Don't you make those noises at me. That's it, huh? Alright then. Let's go down. Stairs. I am gonna beat someone up. I'll find this blackened and I'll beat him up. Makoto's got some ninja investigator skills going on. Ha! I forget how to get out of here. Oh. Over here. Oh, right. That's up. That's down. Okay, now I remember. Wait, shouldn't I go to the library? I guess. I don't know. The library and then the nurses. No. Let's just go to the nurse's office. Justice Hammer 3, the one that was used to kill Hifumi. Someone moved the body but left the weapon behind. Who would do such a thing? Huh, Celeste? Who would do such a thing? It's just a normal trash can. Huh? Wait, there's something inside. It's too small to be a handkerchief. It's a glass cleaning cloth. It's got some kind of cartoon character on it. Ah, but it's also covered in blood. Disgusting. I ain't touching that. Did you find something? I found something disgusting. Has your name on it. Go grab it. Yeah, there was a cleaning cloth in the trash can. Cleaning cloth? It's all bloody. Whoever this belonged to must have used it to wipe up some blood. But who would need to do something like that? I haven't the slightest idea. Yeah, me neither. I think it might be important. Dun dun dun. The refrigerator. I wonder if there's anything to drink inside. After everything I've been through, I'm totally parched. Maybe just a quick peek. There's a bunch of blood packets in here for blood transfusions, I guess. Doesn't help me though, I'm not a vampire. Why aren't you a vampire? Amakoto? For some, it's a life to live. What are you investigating, Celeste? I'm not investigating anything, precisely speaking. I'm simply going around seeing if Hiro might be hiding somewhere. What about you? Oh, you know, I'm just checking this and that. The main thing on my mind is how someone could have moved Hifumi's body. How Hifumi was moved, eh? When it disappeared, you were supposed to be in the nurse's office, right? Correct. Ina was not feeling well, so I stayed behind to look after her. But she seemed to be getting worse, so I took her to the bathroom. When you got back, the body was gone? It could not have gone for more than a minute or two, though. Yeah, Hina said the same thing. So then, the killer was able to get in and move Hifumi's body in that short amount of time? It would seem so. To carry off someone as big as Hifumi in only a couple of minutes is... Can't think of anything less than impossible. Celeste account. Dun dun dun. Is there anything else in here, or... I don't know. So this is where you were. I've been looking for you. Go look somewhere else. Yeah? Wanted to thank you for what you did. Not that you meant to, but you ended up making this little game of ours very interesting indeed. Should go to Hiro's room. Oh, let me give you this. This is a note Hiro wrote to us to get us all to meet up, right? You remember well. Well, the penmanship was pretty remarkable, so it left an impression. Anyway, this makes it clear, right? This is a trap. What is? Things grow ever more exciting. What are you talking about? I've already repaid my debt. I don't owe you any more explanation. Goodbye. Goodbye, jerk. So he said to go to Hiro's room, but what's waiting for me there? I don't know. I hope it's some good gifts. That would be awesome. Ha! Ha! Hiro. So, Hiro. 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 There we go. The door is unlocked. I guess I can go inside. Byakuya said, just say to go look. It might not be a great idea, but I'm gonna take the plunge. Wow, what the? This is Hiro's room. That's all kind of weird stuff in here. Where did he even get it all from? More importantly, he still has it turned up, which means he can't really explain if I don't get his permission to search his room, right? Why is the camera glitching out over here? Watch this, watch. You see that? It's like glitching out over here. Well, I am worrying about it. I think there's something in the cardboard box. It's blueprints for something, and something's made out of, looks like cardboard, plastic, and plaster. Is this Robo Justice? That's in Hero's room, but wait. These blueprints. Something about them bothers me. I don't know, man. So weird. Nothing in here. It's pretty grungy, though. How does the bathroom even get this dirty? I don't know. But good, big news! Big news! What's wrong? We found Kyoko. What? Is she okay? Where is she? Wait, I wasn't done. There's more big news. Robo Justice showed up too. Robo Justice? It's Hero wearing a costume. Anyway, as soon as you can, head to the pool on the second floor. Do you think Hero and Kyoko would turn up at the same time? Anyway, I have to head to the pool. Ran off to the second floor as fast as I could. Kyoko, and phew, man, I have had the worst day. Hero? I found Hero. He was jammed into the pool room locker. It looked like he was fast asleep, so I kicked him and woke him up. I still can't believe he kicked me. Could have been a little more gentle about it, like, I don't know, caress my face or something. That's creepy. Anyway, Kyoko, where have you been all this time? You just disappeared all of a sudden without a trace. There was something I had to check up on. What do you mean? Never mind. I can't never mind. Never mind. More importantly, she says that, but does she have any idea? Does she have any idea what I've been through? Does she know people think she might be spying for the mastermind? First of all, Hero, you need to explain to us why you're dressed like that. Oh, well, I mean, I have no idea. 1 second I was asleep. Don't even know that happened. Then I woke up and then I was here. I don't care. Do something about that costume. It pains me just to look at you. Well, I don't know what's up with this thing, but I can't actually get it off. A little help? Why would you make something like that you can't take off by yourself? I didn't make the stupid frickin' thing. There's a clasp on the back that keeps you from getting it off. It looks pretty sturdy. I don't think you can get it off on your own. We don't really have a choice. Let's help him. Took everyone's help, but slowly we were able to get Hero out of the suit. Took a few minutes, but eventually we got all the pieces off. Phew, free at last. Isn't it kind of weird how perfectly the suit fits Hero? More to the point, nobody but Hero would be able to wear that costume. Wait, what? Hold on a second. Don't bother trying to act innocent. The blueprints were in your room as well. In other words, it is obvious to everyone that you made this costume. That's true, I saw the blueprints myself. Yeah, me too. Then it's obvious, the one who put this costume on and went around attacking everyone was Hero. Shall we tie him up and gag him? Good idea. Who would want him killing anyone else? Tie me up? Hold on, guys, I think that's going a little too far. Maybe a suspect, but he deserves fair treatment. How about a half a gag? Yeah, I mean, attacking? Blueprints? I have no idea what you guys are talking about. You can't talk your way out of this. It's been decided. You killed them. What? Killed who? I have no idea what you're talking about. There must be a fake hero running around. You're the only one who could wear this costume. So who else could possibly be the costumed attacker? How do you know I'm the only one? Maybe you should try it on for yourself before you convict me. Fine, if you're gonna be a jerk about it, I will. I'm missing a bit. Hina started to put on the Robo Justice costume. Ah, see, look? See how loose it is? I mean, come on. I'm blind as a bat in here. Can't see my feet at all. I'm surprised you got anywhere in this thing. I'm telling you, it wasn't me. Not to mention, you totally can't bend at the waist. Seems like a pretty obvious oversight. It's not a very nice thing to say. Huh? I mean, it's not like I made it, I just got caught up in the moment. Well, either way, now we know for sure, right? I mean, it seems pretty clear that nobody but Hiro could have fit into this dumb costume. In a huff, Hina took the suit back off again. Well, now you're all out of excuses. No, see, it's because you're a girl. If it was another guy, then... Makoto, go ahead. Okay. Against my will, I picked up the pieces off the floor and tried putting them on. It's no good, the arms are too long, there's no way I can wear this. See, I told you it was possible. You were absolutely right. Seems this costume was made to fit Hiro's body exactly. Then there's another costume. There must have been that looks the same, but fits them. If you insist on this line of defense, then show us some evidence. Evidence? You claim there's another suit, yes? Then you must find it and show it to us. What the heck? Who cares? Here's the only one without an alibi during this whole thing anyway. Which is how we know it was him. I mean, is that really true? I have no idea what's been happening. Did someone, like, tell me? Robo Justice costume has been added to the Truth Bullet sections of your handbook. I certainly did not expect Hiro and Kyoko to turn up at the same time. Where has Kyoko been hiding all this time? I have no idea. Perhaps she really is working for the mastermind. What else would explain her questionable behavior? But you were quite protective of her, yes? That's because she's helping me out so much up until now. If I were the mastermind, that is exactly what I would do to earn your trust. It's looking more and more like it was really a setup. She looks like she's lost in thought. I don't think she's in the mood to talk. I better leave her alone. She might beat me up. There's no talking your way out of this. You did it. Everyone knows it. If you don't tell me what's going on, how am I supposed to understand? I think I figured that out that someone's been killed, right? Hey Makoto, who was it? Well, 2 people were killed, Taka and Hifumi. What? 2 people? Why are you freaking out? You did it. I did not. Wait, hold on. If those 2 are the ones that were killed. That's it, I know who did it. You may as well tell us then. Taka and Hifumi were fighting over alter ego, right? Which means Alter Ego and or Chihiro must have done it. I see, that's unfortunate. Huh? Unfortunate? Stop trying to trick us. Just admit that you did it, okay? I'm telling you, you got it all wrong. Oh, I know, that note. No? Last night, someone slipped a weird note under my door. And here's what it said. I found a hole, maybe we can use it to escape. Monokuma can't find out, so don't tell anyone else for now. Let's meet in the rec room at 1 a.m. The last thing I remember is going to the rec room, then for some reason I fell asleep. The real killer probably drugged me or something. Not a chance. No, hold on, he could be onto something. The nurse's office did have chemicals that could do that. Oh, really? I told you, someone's trying to set me up. A secret passage, a chance to escape, someone wrote all that to trick me. Even if that's true, you must be one dumb fish to bite every piece of bait that floats in front of you. Well, after being trapped here for so long, even if you know it's a lie, you still gotta check, right? They preyed on my desire to get out of here. They deceived me. Still don't buy it. Well, you should buy it. Okay, then show us that note. With pleasure. I have it right here in my pocket. Looks like I lost it. Yeah, sure. You gotta believe me, I wouldn't hurt a fly. As I said before, if you want us to believe you, you must produce evidence. Can you show us the note? I have no particular issue with what you claim, but if you want us to believe you, give us a reason. The heck, for serious? Yes. Now then, shall we resume our investigation? There's no time to waste before the class trial begins. Why do we need to keep investigating? We already know who did it. Why? Why did you kill them? Tell us, Hero. No, it's like I said. Was it really to get the money Monokuma offered us? That must be it. You must be totally broke. That's why. Wait, that's a false accusation. Someone help me. Just be thankful we haven't bound and gagged you. If you have time to yell and carry on, you have time to search for evidence. Right? Ah, you're right. I need to look for the second suit in that note. Feet don't fail me now. Guess I better get back to guard duty. I'm gonna ask Toko or Genocide Jack to switch with me. But if she and Sakura got into a fight, we'd have a catastrophe on our hands. Oh, bye. Makoto, do you have a second? Huh? I want you to help me with the investigation. It looks like I got a late start on this one, so I need to make up some ground. Sure, I don't mind helping, but can you promise me something? Later when we have time, will you tell me why you disappeared? No. To reject me so simply. I am flabbergasted. Anyway, I need your help. You don't mind, do you? Okay. Thanks. Now then, shall we? After you, my lady. So, Makoto, first I'd like to examine the corpses. Examine the corpses? Can't believe I'm hearing that from a girl the same age as me. Kinda kinky. No, I'm joking. Dead bodies don't lie, you know. They tell the truth far more easily than the living. Wouldn't you agree? I guess. How am I supposed to answer? Anyway, we have to hurry before the class trial begins again. Yeah, you're right. Okay, then show me where the bodies are. They're in the repository. And I guess we should head that way for now. Man. Let's go to the repository. Which would be this way. Hifumi and Taka. For a moment, Kyoko seemed to go rigid, but only for a moment. Well then, let's get started. She crouched down next to Taka and without hesitation began poking and prodding the bodies. The Monokuma fowl was right. They were killed using similar weapons. Her movements were so smooth, she was so calm. Seeing how comfortable she was actually made me feel a little more comfortable. Makoto, I found something. You did? You remember the wristwatch Taka always wore on his left hand? You did? Are you so oblivious to the people around you? Do you dislike other people that much? No, that's not it. Anyway, so you said he had a watch? Take a look. It's broken. You can see the hands aren't moving, right? It's most likely broke when he had his encounter with his assailant. And if you notice, the hands are frozen at just past 6 o'clock. So that would mean the watch was broken sometime just after 6? But last night, Taka's watch definitely wasn't broken. So if it worked at 10 last night, it couldn't have been broken at 6 p.m. Meaning it must have happened at 6 this morning. Interesting. And that's not all. Look at Taka's left hand. He appears to be gripping something. You're right, there's something white in there. Can you try and pry it out? Me? Rigor mortis has already set in. Boys are better suited to this kind of manual labor, right? Okay. As much as I didn't want to, I grasped Taka's cold hand. The ice-cold hand was nearly enough to cause my heart to stop beating. After some effort, I was finally able to free the object from his tightly clenched fist. A piece of paper. Was that all he had in his hand? Yeah, that's it. Just a little scrap of paper. Doesn't seem like much of a clue, does it? I wonder about that. Kyoko then turned to Hifumi's body. Let's check Hifumi's body now. Perhaps he left us a clue. A few closes on his own. Blah. Alright. The biggest problem I have right now is how the killer was able to move Hifumi's massive corpse from the nurse's office where he was discovered to here, the repository. All the way from the first floor to the third, and all without anyone noticing it. I just can't see how that's possible. Further, it seems that Hifumi died from a blow to the head. He was most likely killed using Justice Hammer 3, which we found in the nurse's office. But when we found his body in the nurse's office, his glasses were covered in blood. Now they're spotless. Does that mean someone wiped his glasses clean? But who would do that and why? I did. More than I expected, to be honest. Look at this. A wad of paper? Hifumi had it hidden on him. Hidden? He'd stuffed it in his pants, so I can only assume he'd hid it on purpose, you see? In his pants? Wait, so you... It was just his pants. Not like his socks or something. I don't know what that means. Anyway, let's take a look at the paper. Go ahead, Makoto, open it up. When I think of how it was stuffed down his pants, it's like... It better be important, Hifumi, or I'll never forgive you for this. A note? I found a hole maybe we can use to escape. Monokuma can't find out, so don't tell anyone else for now. Let's meet in the equipment room at 6 a.m. That sounds very familiar. That's it, the same thing Hiro said. But he was telling the truth. Although it's not exactly the same, is it? Last night someone slipped a wheat nut. The time is different. Hiro told us that his note said to meet at 1 a.m. But the note they wrote to Hifumi asked him to meet at 6 a.m. Hold on, just because Hifumi had the note doesn't mean it was meant for him. Huh? Part of it has been torn off, right? I think there's likely some meaning there. There's some meaning to the part of it being ripped? Could you maybe explain it a little more? Think carefully. Why would he have been clutching that scrap of paper so tightly? I have no idea. What if it wasn't just a scrap of paper when he was holding it? What if it was something more important? And how would something important like that become a mere scrap of paper? That's what you need to answer. And while we're at it, I should tell you one other thing. The two victims, this time, definitely had their e-handbooks on them. So the handbooks have nothing to do with how the murders were carried out. Not that there was any reason to think they were connected to the killings in the first place. So you're saying I don't have to think about the handbooks this time, right? If you didn't have to think about them at all, I wouldn't have gone out of my way to mention it. All I said was that they weren't used to help carry out the murders. Listen up. Listen, Makoto. I'm trying to tell you. There may come a point, however, where a handbook may play a role. A handbook may play a role? I don't think I understand. But if Kyoko thinks it's important, I better keep it in mind. Great. It's unfortunate, but I suppose this is where our investigation comes to an end. You'll have to figure out the rest for yourself and come to the proper conclusion. Yeah, you're right. Well, we better get going. Okay. Great. Here we are, once again. Fun times. Fun times. Anyways, that's going to do for this video. I want to thank you for watching. Feel free to leave a comment. Any comment at all. And I hope you have yourself a good day. And this is Sweet Tooth signing off. Love you.